Hello, good evening, Namaskaram, Vanakkam, Shastriyakal, Adabarse, Channagidra, everybody of WOC, all my new students who have joined the platform, wonderful evening, and all my old students who are with me since years, thank you so much for that. So today what is the important, or if I have to tell you what is the most expected video, what is that? Practical examination dates are declared. All the students are busy biting their nails, correct? Tension. Practical examination dates, yes, I have to study for practicals. Board examination dates, that is subjective term 2, I have to study for that. I have all the subjects to cover, what to do? Nothing, students. Relax yourself, because you have put your 100% hard work, you will automatically do it well. What to remember? Stay calm. I always say that, stay calm. Yes, when you stay calm, all your energy is stored inside. Alright, so today what am I going to discuss? Yes, students, you all know your board practical examination dates. Most of the schools have already started, and some of the schools are going to continue after 10th. Yes, after Monday rather. So important thing is, careful. Today, being a board chemistry practical examiner, I'll tell you, or I'll share you the most important tips for your board practicals. I'll be sharing you step by step what are the do's and don'ts. I'll also be sharing with you how to get the practical result within 5 to 8 minutes. Yes, so please watch the video till the end. Stay tuned. Please take one notebook and note all the tips. I assure you, you are going to get that 15 out of 15. Yes, already 115 you'd have achieved. One more 15, nothing to worry. Let's start off. So the first important tip to remember before you go for your practical board examination, very important, students, remember, reach your examination hall 1 hour before. Ma'am, is this a tip? Yes, it is. Time factor is very important. So please reach your examination center wherever it is allotted to you. Please reach 1 hour before. This is very important, students. Yes, so once you reach your examination center 1 hour before, what happens is you are all relaxed. Yes, whatever you have studied one day before, or whatever you have studied 15 days before, everything is stored in your mind. Got it? Now, once you reach your examination center, remember, your teacher will ask you to stand in a line. That is obvious, correct? So 15 minutes before your examination, yes, if it starts from 10 a.m., you're going to line up by 9:45 in front of the examination room. The most important point number 2 to remember is, please wear your lab coat. Okay, wear lab coat and enter, right? So this is what most of the students do a mistake. In a hurry, obviously, in a hurry we forget, but without lab coat, don't enter the hall. And when you stand in your line, 2 things you should have in your hand. In your left hand, please have your record file. Yes, the record file, which is covered record file. Okay, your record file or the record should be covered with your hall ticket number in bold on the record file. Second important thing you should have is your investigatory project. Yes, the stick file, whatever is there, the investigatory project, you should also have it beautifully labeled, very nicely decorated with both the content and the quality of the content as quantity of the content. Both quality should be there, as well as colorful pictures, which is really attracting the examiner. Yes, project means that only, no, students? Yes. So these 2 things on your left hand. On your right hand side, you need to have your stationery. Remember, stationery doesn't mean you're carrying a big pouch with lot of color pencils, sketch pens. Not required, students, not required. 2 basic things, one a black pen and a blue pen, it's enough, and a pencil rather, and one eraser and one small scale, right? That's enough. So take your stationery with you, with your record and your lab project. Please enter the examination room. Important thing, as soon as you enter the examination room, you need to keep there in front of your examination room, there is a head examiner, the examiner who the CBSE board has sent, and adjacent to that would be your school teacher, right? So it is your basic thing too. As soon as you enter, please first important thing, wish the examiner. Yes, little line should get points, right? So wish the examiner, important. And after wishing the examiner, please see that you are wishing your teacher too. Alright, keep your record in the project file on the particular table of the examiner and gradually go and stand on your works table. Alright, so this is a basic procedure. Right, now most important thing which you should remember, point number 4. Once you go or before you go into your workplace, your teacher will hand over you one sheet. What is that sheet? That is the answer booklet which you are supposed to fill in the details. Got it? The first sheet would have all the details of your name, hall ticket number. Nobody will ask you your school name, okay? Nothing. Hall ticket number, any identification marks. That's all. So you're going to fill that basic thing. And once you open the booklet, there is an empty page. Remember students, left hand side and right hand side, just like your book. So you are supposed to write on the right hand side of the answer booklet. So your teacher also with the answer booklet will hand over a question paper. What does it have? The question paper will have. So you have your answer booklet as well as question booklet. Now you have your answer booklet as well as a question paper with you. What should you do? Relax. Don't panic. Basically, you're supposed to perform one experiment based on your salt analysis is one, correct, right? So they'll be giving you a salt analysis concept. So you're going to do one salt practical and you will be doing one volumetric analysis practical. Yes, you will be doing one content based practical. So volumetric would be there, one content based would be there, and you are going to do that experiment. So most important thing here is when salt analysis is given, you will get tensed. Preliminary test I have to do test for anion, I have to do test for cation. Nothing to worry. I have done one video where I have done like basically 2 videos where I have given you a detailed explanation of as to how to do cation and anion analysis. I'll be giving that video link in the description. Yes, one more video where I have given where you can predict the cation and anion very quickly within 2 to 3 minutes. That's all. That video link also I'm going to paste it in the description. Yes students, so most important thing to remember in salt analysis is you are not going to discard any confirmatory tests. So go through the video which is there in the description. Remember, whatever confirmatory test, suppose if you get acetate ion, vinegar smell, that's a confirmatory test. So once you get that vinegar smell, immediately keep it. I know the smell of the vinegar, it will be there, nothing to worry, don't panic that it will fade out. So the smell of the vinegar, browning test you should have for nitrate, like that for sulfate, for phosphate, for your chloride, bromide, iodide, all the confirmatory tests whatever you're getting, please don't discard them. Keep it on your Bunsen burner, that beside that there is a stand, right? Test tube stand holder. Keep that test tube in that particular test tube stand holder. And most important thing, this is a time where most of the students, they are going to steal your confirmatory tests. Careful students, because quick result, right? So the students who have, they get an answer. Roll number 1 student may get 1 salt. Roll number 8 student may also get 1 more salt, similar to yours. So they may immediately, with tension, I am not blaming, but with tension they may come and take your confirmatory test. Careful. Keep your confirmatory test safe. Why? Both the cation and anion analysis, as I said, I'll give the particular video link in the description. What happens is your teacher may call you, okay, roll number 1, please come for the Viva. So what should you do? You have to take your confirmatory test tubes, both the cation and anion. Hold the test tube rack. Don't hold it like this. It's wrong. You should hold your test tube rack like this. Take it to the examiner and keep it in front of the examiner. Then the examiner will ask you, yes child, what is your name? Yes. What is your confirmatory test? Which cation and anion have you got? You will tell that. Here important thing, you may be doing salt analysis finished. You may be left with volumetric and content based. It's okay. You tell your examiner, ma'am, first I did salt analysis. This is the cation and anion I got. So there your examiner, there are 2 types. What are they? The examiner who come may question you based on your practicals. No problem. Like they will ask you, can you tell me the confirmatory test of nitrate which you have performed? She may ask you the brown ring formed, that is nothing but nitrosoferrous sulfate. The brown ring formed, can you write the formula? That is what. So don't panic, relax. So that is already you have studied the practicals and you went, you can do that. Suppose if your teacher is asking you or the examiner is going to ask you what the questions from your theory basically. See, don't panic students, it is not compulsory all the 6 chapters which are there for term 2 you should know. There may be some chapters which you require preparation more. So if your teacher is asking you a question from aldehydes, she may ask you, okay, can you just give me the reaction of an aldol condensation? No problem, if you don't know, you simply say, sorry ma'am, I have not studied this perfectly. Be very polite, okay? Tell her, sorry ma'am, I have not studied this particular reaction perfectly. Can you just ask me one more? So politeness will create miracle, students. Yes, please be polite and ask her, ma'am, can you ask me one more question? I'll try my best to answer. Simple. That examiner will not detect marks. She will surely ask you one more question. Because better students, if you don't know, in front of the examiner getting panic and writing a different reaction, irritating the examiner, irritating the teacher, why to suffer? Simply ask the examiner, can you ask me one more question ma'am? I will answer. Simple. So careful, your theory part, as you all know, you're writing your pre-boards or your practical part, please study properly and go. And I'll also surely post a video in the description where cation and anion analysis, within 2 to 3 minutes you can get both. Then comes your volumetric. In volumetric analysis, students, careful. Problem here is in volumetric analysis, I hold this one conical flask and I'll hold the burette, that particular this one knob where you're releasing the KMNO4. I simply keep talking to my friends. Hey yaar, tumhe kitna mila? How many? What is your reading? What is your reading? Please don't do that, because your end point is the very delicate point where once it crosses, you'll get a dark pink coloration. Please don't do that. When you are taking, let it be m by 20, m by 40, when you are doing a volumetric analysis, careful. I also did a video for volumetric analysis. Yes, oxalic acid one I did, more salt one I did. I'll be posting that in the description. So when you're doing your volumetric analysis, see that you're concentrating on the conical flask, concentrating on the KMNO4. Don't immediately release the solution. Go step by step. Yes, so you all know, till you get 3 concurrent readings, all 3 should be similar. You have to perform. Some students, I get suppose 14.2. Koi baat nahi. Second reading 14.3, third reading 14.2. Same. Don't do that, because it may not be 14.2, it may be 18.3, right? So please perform the experiment 4 to 5 times and see which reading is repeated. Okay, students? So careful calculations, end point are very important. Third important, content based experiment. Some schools will be doing determination of egg albumin, some will be doing chromatographic experiment, some will be doing your starch experiment, some would be doing your chemical kinetics experiment, like that. Whatever content based experiment you're doing, basically in this, principle is very important. Carefully study the principle, because if your examiner is calling you during your, suppose my roll number is 1 means I'll be called initially at salt analysis. If my roll number is 19 or 20, see, I'll be called at the end where I'll be doing content based. So don't worry, keep the salt analysis test tube ready. Keep the volumetric analysis endpoint ready, content based experiment, keep the confirmatory test ready. Easy, students. So important, principles is very important in all. So what I should do? I should not panic. I should not talk to anybody. More you talk, your examiner is observing you. Please remember that. Right? Matter completely. I have to complete my practical and go. Next comes your writing part. Here one important thing what students do is, they'll be performing salt analysis, they'll be writing it. They'll be doing volumetric analysis, they'll be writing it. No problem. There is no harm. It's not wrong, it's right. But careful is, when you're performing your salt analysis experiment, you may spill some content, spill some liquids on the booklet. Don't do that, because immediately after your examination, the answer booklet should be sent to the board. Yes, keep or maintain your booklet neatly. So if you are trying to do salt analysis, keep the rack one side, take your booklet, neatly draw with pencil step by step. Preliminary test, test for dry test, then dry heating test, then go for your wet test, test for anions, confirmatory test for anions, same like that cations. So make 3 columns for your experiment, observation, inference. Make neatly 3 columns and start filling step by step. Important thing, result. Please put your result in a box. The given salt contains anion this one, cation this one, in the bracket formula. If it is calcium carbonate, suppose if it is magnesium sulfate, Mg plus 2, SO4 minus 2. Like that, write simultaneously. Volumetric analysis, aim, principle, procedure, precautions, result. Tables. Content based experiment, same thing follows. So for all of this, neat handwriting is very important. Very neatly you are going to write it and present it. Nobody will give you extra mark for your sketch pens, extra mark for marking it. No. Simple, make it neat, simple, important. Some schools will ask, basically, suppose if you are doing anion analysis or cation analysis, the teacher will ask you to learn the reactions also. Some schools will say not required, reactions not required, please learn the principle and mechanism. No problem. Basically, as examiners, we don't prefer much. If you write the reaction, I will detect. If you don't write, I will detect. If you write, I will give you. Not like that. Let it be clean, let it be neat. Wherever you learn 1 or 2 reactions and go, so that the answer booklet is presentable. Got it, students? So careful, important thing to remember, neat handwriting is very important. After everything is over, please cross check your paper with what you have written, what confirmatory test you have, what report you have, what result you have, and quietly go and submit. You need to stand at your own place. Don't rush to the examiner, ma'am, my exam is over, you take it, I want to rush home. Don't do that. Finish the paper, check whether you have written everything, subheadings underlined, main heading done, result kept in the box. After all this is over, please stand at your place. The lab attendant or your teacher will come and collect the booklets. So while going, one token of appreciation, tell the examiner, thank you so much ma'am for your cooperation. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Nothing. One small word only, because after you all go, examiner, head examiner and your teacher are going to sit together and compile. They will correct the paper based on 3 criteria. Presentation skills. Second thing, the way you have answered your Viva. Third thing, investigatory project. Yes, investigatory project Viva also will be asked. So please be careful. Don't put so much of content that you can't answer. Make it sweet, make it presentable, add more pictures of the real life stories like newspaper cuttings, add real life pictures where you have seen recently in Google, right? Handwritten project works will get more marks. So 3 criteria, project, record and the presentation of your this one answer. Viva is most important, students, right? Don't get panic. So the examiner and your teacher are going to sit and compile the marks and send it to the boards. Yes, now you all know term 2 is subjective. So WOC is always with you. As I said, I all know you're all busy with your board practicals. That's the reason we are not rushing. Once your April starts, we are going to do tough revision, very quick revision for all the term 2 chapters. So stay tuned, stay connected, go through the link, I'll be sending cation analysis, anion analysis, volumetric analysis also. Please mention in the comment section what is your requirement, what do you want me to do. Yes, you want some help, please join the Telegram channel, because in the Telegram channel I am sending PDF notes. In the Telegram channel, you all know I'm a verified educator at an academy. I am doing live sessions, that is your poll votes for your upcoming exams, because poll votes will make your concepts 100% clear. Got it, students? Right? So join the Telegram, join me at an academy platform every Saturday, free live sessions. Thank you so much. Yes, I'll be waiting for your comments. Compliments also accepted. Thank you so much. All the best. Go to your exam and share me your views. Right. Thank you so much.